Hello and welcome to TV-Marywood News. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2026. I'm Brielle Sheeland, and coming up on today's edition, Scranton Councilman introduced an ordinance to ban kratom in the Electric City. Police in the borough of Archibald say to not be concerned if you see an increased police and fire presence at an area Motel 6 next week, and families of 2 late Pennsylvania firefighters are honored by the community and their families. Later, weather anchor Clint Gregory will tell us what to expect for the coming week, and Jason Camardo will give us the Pacer Sports Report. On Monday, Scranton Council Vice President Patrick Flynn introduced legislation to ban the sale of kratom within the city limit. Flynn says the legislation is personal to him.
This is an issue that I take very personally. It's with a deep sense of gratitude that I openly share I've been in recovery from active addiction for 11.5 years. Recovery gave me my life back. It allowed me to rebuild relationships, build a family, build a career, and ultimately serve the people of this city. Because of that experience, I paid very close attention to substances that begin to show up in our neighborhoods and in our stores, especially the ones that quietly target vulnerable people who may already be struggling.
Councilman Flynn explained the availability and the danger of the substance.
Over the past several years, we've seen kratom become increasingly available in convenience stores, vape shops, and gas stations. It has not only become increasingly available, but also increasingly potent.
Once enacted, the ordinance would ban the sale, possession, or distribution of kratom within the city's limit. Flynn introduced the legislation to the full council and received unanimous support. Up next, Marywood held an Easter egg hunt to celebrate the season. Tara Gladney reports.
Hello and welcome to Marywood News. I'm Tara Gladney, coming to you live from Nazareth Student Center, where some hobby Easter activities are going on campus. Joining us today is a member of student engagement, here to tell us about the event.
Hi guys, I'm Jaylyn. I work in the Office of Student Engagement. I'm also on the programming board, which plans these wonderful events. So the Easter egg hunt is all day long, today and tomorrow, the 30th and the 31st. There are 30 Easter eggs, 15 will be hidden each day, and 4 golden eggs. They're all over campus, they're hidden pretty well. Each one, when you open it up, has a little ticket, which corresponds to a number. When you bring it into the Office of Student Engagement and top of Nazareth Center, we will give you your prize, which corresponds to whatever number. So there's some smaller prizes, some gift cards, and there's some big prizes like Lego sets and crochet kits and stuff like that.
The Archibald Police Department put out a community awareness post on Thursday saying that in the next few weeks, residents in the borough should not be alarmed if they witness heightened police or first responder activity at the Mid-Valley Motel 6 on Business Route 6. The motel is set to be demolished in the coming weeks, and the owners have granted permission to train the local police, fire EMS, and county SWAT team at the site prior to the motel's destruction. Police ask the public to remain clear of the motel when first responders are conducting training exercises. Over the weekend, a driver was accused of vehicular homicide and received a DUI in a crash that killed 2 firefighters from Berks County, Pennsylvania. Authorities say the victims, Chief Jeffrey Buck and Assistant Chief Robert Schick, were on the shoulder of a road and a utility task vehicle when a car hit them head-on. Now, their families and community are honoring these heroes. Sarah Metz reports.
Rob's dad was a volunteer firefighter for years, so it was in his blood as well.
There's a picture circulating around. I can't get it out of my head. He was wearing his helmet, his turnout coat, basketball shorts, and a pair of Crocs. It's like he was unapologetically himself.
On Saturday, just before 6 o'clock, Fleetwood police say the fire chiefs were on a UTV searching for a missing woman along Route 222.
This is one call I'm obviously never going to forget.
And hurts to remember.
All of a sudden, Ashley's running and saying, hey, that call they just went to, it's Rob and Jeff. The adrenaline just, and we knew. Like, I just knew in my heart right then and there from hearing my daughter's voice. It was it.
Police say after getting hit by 26-year-old Alexander Sepulveda Rivera, Jeff and Rob were rushed to nearby hospitals where they were both pronounced dead.
We are truly going to miss them. This was senseless. Don't drink and drive. Do you see what it's doing to us? Like, you see what it does to people and everywhere.
It was a simple one just because somebody didn't use common sense. The two of them had to deal with the consequences of what could be the worst circumstance in the firefighting field. And it didn't have to be that.
To celebrate the United States' 250th birthday, PA Governor Josh Shapiro has announced a Commonwealth concert series in 5 major cities around Pennsylvania. Beginning on May 23rd, the free concerts will be hosted in State College, Hershey, Wilkes-Barre, and Pittsburgh. The events are free of charge and feature a variety of acts, including The Fray, Lady A, Third Eye Blind, and Nelly. Each stop features a theme which is dedicated to a community of people that have helped and continue to help contribute to our country's rich 250 years of history. Coming up after the break, the Artemis II mission is on the home stretch, and we will see some amazing images of our galaxy that have been relayed back from the crew. Then we will take a look at weather.
This time on Munchies and Lunchies, I visited Marywood-University Hall to try the dining hall, a place where students can get up early for a nutritious breakfast or a late-night meal while they study. This time for lunch, we tried cheeseburger, buffalo chicken sandwich, and a side of fries. Find out my ratings and more on the newest episode of Munchies and Lunchies. Tune in this Wednesday at 2 p.m. only on the TV-Marywood YouTube page. For TVM-News, I'm Felix Latini.
The crew of the Artemis II mission, homeward bound, is following their record-breaking journey around the moon. On day 8 of their historic space voyage, the astronauts took questions during a press conference from space as they raced back to Earth ahead of their anticipated return in less than 48 hours. They are scheduled to land Friday evening off the coast of San Diego. Recovery teams will pick up the crew in helicopters and take them to the USS John P. Murtha, where they will undergo medical evaluations before traveling back to shore. On Wednesday, NASA revealed more images from the mission, including a breathtaking image of our galaxy, the Milky Way. With less than a month until the end of the semester, how's the weather looking like, Clint?
It's hard to believe we're already that close to the end of the term, Brielle. For the coming week, our temperatures in this evening are looking about 57 today, with overnight temperatures about 54, with mostly clear skies. A look at our weather from the radar, we have, as you can see, clear skies across the map in our area. Beautiful clear skies tonight, although, again, a chance of rain this evening. And then as we go into the 5-day forecast, tonight, again, 70 degrees today, low of 54, chance of showers overnight in the morning hours, mostly cloudy tomorrow with highs of 54 and a low of about 34. And then on Sunday, we've got 54 degrees, partly sunny skies, high of 59, obviously, and a low of 50 with Monday. Chance of showers. So it's looking really good as we go into next week. Warm weather, and it'll be really beautiful.
That's great to see. They say April showers bring May flowers, so hopefully we will see that as the temperatures warm up.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Clint. When we come back, Jason Camardo will give us the Pacers sports report, and we will look at the past weekend's box office results.
Welcome back. I'm Jace Camardo. Here's a look at the action from March 27th up until now, and then we will look forward to what's up next for the Pacers. Marywood baseball opened conference play on March 27th, falling to Marywood-University 5-1. Since then, the Pacers have stayed active in Atlantic East play, continuing to battle through a competitive conference schedule. Most recently, Marywood defeated St. Elizabeth University 9-5, 11-6, and 10-0 respectively. Looking ahead, Marywood remains on the road this week before returning to conference play against Gwynedd Mercy University this weekend. Good luck to the baseball team. Moving on to the other diamond, softball has been busy with a packed schedule of doubleheaders. Marywood recently faced Centenary University on April 7th in a road doubleheader, winning the first game 13-4 in 5 innings. They took an early 4-0 lead in the first and never looked back. Tori Para had a huge role in this game, going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. In the second match of the doubleheader, the ladies fell short 16-14. After going up earlier in the first inning, 5-1, Centenary responded in the fourth with a 13 spot. A season-high 22 hits wasn't enough to take down the Cyclones. Looking ahead, the Pacers will host Marywood-University this Saturday in another conference doubleheader. As for the flag football team, Marywood continues to build in its inaugural season. The Pacers have competed in multiple matchups over the past 2 weeks, continuing to develop on both sides of the ball. They lost their last matchup to Marymount and are continuing to look for their first win of the season. Up next, Marywood is scheduled for another set of games this week as they take on the Eastern Eagles this Saturday. On the men's lacrosse side, the Pacers have faced a tough stretch of conference opponents. Since March 28th, the Pacers have only played 2 games, losing both, one to Marywood-University and the most recent one to Montclair State, losing 15-9. Marywood continues to compete and gain experience against strong competition with their next game this Saturday against a tough Newman team. Looking ahead, the Pacers are set to return home for a matchup against Marymount on April 18th. For women's lacrosse, they've also only played 2 games since the 28th. The first one was on the road against Marywood-University, where the Pacers handled business, winning 24-6. Senior Avery Megan led the team in goals with 8. The most recent matchup came against Gwynedd Mercy, where the Pacers handled business yet again, winning 25-4. With this win, the Pacers improved their record to 8-5 overall and 2-0 in the conference. The Pacers will return to action this Friday with an upcoming matchup against Newman-University, as they hope to increase their winning streak to 8 in a row. That's all for your Marywood Sports Report. I'm Jace Camardo. Here's a quick glimpse of how tanking is going to be handled in the NBA moving forward.
A big problem in the current world of sports is tanking. Teams intentionally losing in order to get a better draft pick and getting a potential star is ruining the game. Teams are purposely benching players, trading some that are winning them games, or starting people that don't have the experience in the big leagues. Finally, we see one sport taking on this problem. Recently, the NBA proposed 3 anti-tanking rules that could finally fix this concern. The first option is the 18 franchise lottery expansion. The lottery would include the bottom 10 that missed the play-in tournament, also the 8 qualifying play-in teams. The second proposal would be a 22-team lottery. This would be the same 18 teams, but with the 4 teams that lose in the first round of the playoffs. The final proposal is the double lottery. The 5 worst teams all have the same odds and will have the top 5 picks. Then another lottery will start, and the next 13 teams will be picked. Fans have mixed reactions to the news, but many are happy to see someone taking action.
They're trying to have the teams that are tanking, be more competitive, actually keep the fans going at games because, especially with the ticket prices, they're expensive. So, to go to a game, at least make it more interesting, and they want the teams to, be competitive every night versus resting their superstars.
It is unclear if other leagues like the NFL, NHL, or MLB will take a similar approach to the situation, but fans want to see some effort.
To make sports just more competitive in general versus just tanking on purpose just to get a high draft pick.
A meeting will be held in May with all the NBA team owners, so fans will have to wait for a final decision. For TVM-News, I'm Felix Latini.
Thanks, Jason. In the world of film, the record-setting space adventure that topped the box office these last 2 weekends has been beaten out by yet another record-setting space adventure. David Daniel has the early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters this weekend.
Hoppers took 4th place with $5.8 million, nearing a domestic total of $150 million.
Emma, true love is complicated. Sorry, I was just trying to do your stupid joke thing.
The drama opened in 3rd place, racking up $14.4 million.
We're here for the same reason. His son is dying too.
Project Hail Mary lost the crown, but earned another $30.7 million, taking its domestic total to $217 million. A huge debut for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The animated sequel blasted off with $131 million from Friday through Sunday and $190 million since opening on Wednesday. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And that will be all for this week's news. For Clint Gregory, Jason Camardo, and everyone here at TV-Marywood News, I'm Brielle Sheeland. Get out there and enjoy those rising temperatures this spring, and have a great weekend, Marywood.